All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now here for the grand finals of the U18 Rocket League group. We got the LCI Gold versus the BFH Falcons Gold. We got gold and gold play here. Again, a very expensive grand finals between grand champion, supersonic legends. It's going to be a banger series. I'm pretty sure right here, Roger.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, each series leading up to this has been extremely intense, and pretty evenly matched, honestly. I mean, despite the sweeps, they haven't been like complete blowouts like
Super,
in each
yeah,
game.
super
Like
close.
each team is working hard for their goals, and even like last game that we saw, um, with the comp miners, like they were putting up shots, they were making Falcons work for their goals, and having to reclaim leads and whatnot. So we've got some contest in chat here, some predictions coming out. AJ, I want to know what you're thinking. Chat's making their predictions. What are you leaning towards? Who are you skewing towards?
Man, honestly, I can't have any biases here. I just want to see some good old fashioned Rocket League. I want to see what these kids can bring to the table. I'm gonna go crazy with any aerial shot, like Hydronium with the aerial shots,
Hmm.
Murga with their good ball control. I mean, all the steps from both sides as well. I mean, there's no one you can really root for. I know you have biases in the chat here, every
Hmm.
viewer watching, but I mean, me as a commentator, as someone who doesn't really know these teams and wants to know these teams, I just
Hmm.
want to see some good Rocket League.
As a now Lethbridge citizen, I think I'm gonna lean towards LCI. I mean, they're
Of
they're
course,
they're
of
gonna they're
course.
gonna bring the banner home for me, even though I got no idea where they are.
That's
We
fair.
got
That's
people
fair.
predicting like Facey in 5, LCI in 4. Someone saying LCI in 7 with a 10-minute OT. Naturally, that's gonna happen, of course, or it's
Oh
just
yeah,
gonna be like a 5-second OT, as is tradition. It's either one or the other. It's never like a little medium there. But I think our LCI are gonna take it. Now, in how many games? Hmm. I don't know. I think each team is going to be able to take a game off each other. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to predict. I'll say six. I'll say six. I'll say
six,
LCI and six.
maybe
Just maybe.
six,
I don't
maybe
know.
seven, maybe
Yeah,
seven
maybe. I don't
games.
know.
Yeah, I would love to
uh.
see him go the distance. Definitely want to see some OTs because we did see OTs earlier with LCI Gold.
Hmm.
I mean, with the contrasting play styles, LCI Gold does seem like they do have plans straight from kickoff, whereas I think Falcons are
Yeah.
very free form. They love playing the air ball a lot, try to get into these minute situations to just punish you all these off timings. Like the
Hmm.
contrast of there is very real and very interesting to see them clash.
Yeah, there won't be as many gimme goals, I guess, that the Falcons experience, with like overextensions and the Hail Marys coming out at the third line. I think
Yeah.
we saw, like, I think RL, sorry, the LCI saw they're pretty composed on defense. They don't really overextend or overcommit. I mean, and not to say that like the Falcons can't put the ball down when they need to, because we saw some crazy air dribbles onto double taps or dunks on the goal line, flip resets. So, I mean, they have the mechanics within them, but they can't expect those gimmies as much from this series. But neither should they forfeit those easy goals either. I think they're gonna have to really tighten things up there, and I think we saw them do that. We saw one gonna have three own goals in Game 4 here. Three own goals in Game 4. Wow, that's a crazy prediction. I honestly, how much are you paying him to do that? And here we go, a
All
crazy
right.
kickoff off the bat in
Yeah, now we're
favor of
starting this grand
LCI Gold.
finals game one. LCI Gold versus Falcons Gold. See who's gonna take it to the top. 4 minutes 45 seconds on the clock. A top setting up for his team. Intercepted by the Gold and Cheetah. They're starting off with A top Cheetah and Mirga. So the starting roster from the first game
Yeah, the
on
first
on
game
the
of the series
semifinal
we saw
side.
with LCI. Yeah, yeah. Interesting.
Exactly.
I'm interested to see whether they keep the subs. I mean, like whether whereas for the Falcons, it's the same tried and true roster that they've always had. I don't even know if they have any subs. Maybe they do just in case. But here we go in an offense. Nice pop up there from Mirga. Ends up
Ooh.
being cleared really wide, and now maybe Falcons can turn it into a chance of their own here. Ends up being cut short there from Mirga. Left uncontested and able to pick up some boost. Looks for a pass, but it's cut
Ooh.
short. And see, that's dangerous there to give Mirga some time with the ball, set up a pass play, because then it puts you just in some pretty hot waters there. So I think it's going to be important for Falcons to get to the ball sooner than later and always keep someone challenging the ball. Because
Exactly.
any
If you're
any hang time, any dead air on a ball is dangerous. And here we go.
yeah,
There's some physicality.
if Mirga has touch of the ball, it is going to be risky for the enemy team. So get that control out of Mirga, contest their shots as much as possible. As Atop again trying to set for his team, bounce off the corner, control over by Falcons. But again, Mirga off the air, nice little bounce in the middle. Cheetah barely gets the angle, cleared up
Oh,
by Hydronium. Now chance for Falcons as Dusty eyeing the ball, trying to get a little intercept, but a demo by Atov, not giving him the chance to do it.
Yeah,
And
yeah, there's
oh
some
my goodness.
physicality coming out there. Mirga trying to go for a little flip reset, kind of dangerous, just doing it like in the middle of his zone there, of his defensive zone, but impossible. Nice control coming out of the corner, goes for the flip. Not able to find too much ground coverage on that one, but that's okay. Falcons still maintain the pressure, but a demo coming out from Atov. Atov is the goon for gold. He's the gold goon, looking
He
like
definitely
he's coming out with all the physicality right now this game.
and his mark is Dusty. Make sure Dusty cannot get anything as Hydronium gets the punish off the cross here. What happened over here on the play?
I mean, it's a
Oh, it was
great
a
read from
setup.
Dusty out of the corner. Yeah, and I mean, Atov might have put himself a little bit out of position there. Um, with that demo that he was fishing for on the BFH Falcons, and it gives Dusty and Hydronium a chance to connect coming out of the corner there. Hydronium locks it down for the first goal of the game.
I guess that's why Atop is gunning for Dusty. He doesn't want him to set up for the Falcons at all. We're gonna try to get it out of this corner as the Falcons get a chance here. Impossible taps it back in. Could not get anything in the middle. Mirga, beautiful defense by
Touch short by
Hydronium. Second
Hydronium.
chance.
But yeah, LCI not cracking right now under the pressure. I think last there we just saw a little bit of an just a little bit of mispositioning there, maybe just overextension. It was a quick play, quick turnaround, but LCI is not letting that rattle them. And Mirga easily here to cut that ball off, sends a big banger back there, follows it up to himself, plays it patiently. Two sent on from Falcons now, maybe giving Atov a good chance. And here's a similar ball we saw coming onto the Falcons, but ends up being kept wide. Mirga with a banger. Now the Falcons with the overextension. Kachita read it off the
2v1.
backboard. No. Impossible. Full tank of boost. Nice touch off. Feeds himself. And ends up bringing it across the
Oh,
field. But hang on, missed by one. But Mirga easily brings that ball away from the net.
yeah, a couple close calls from both sides of the field as impossible. Again, tries to get a little bouncer going down, cleared out by Atov though, and the control in the middle is breathtaking.
There's
As the
another demo
ball
from
is just
Atov here, man.
he's going crazy. Atov is actually going for blood. He doesn't care where the ball is nowhere. He's looking for players now to hit. As Dusty again sets it up off the top. As
Oh,
Hydronium, no, could not get it to go in. Mirga clears it out, beautiful. And Mirga with a demo for themselves onto Dusty. Dusty does not get to play this game.
they're getting bullied for sure. But here we go. Hang on. It's a fastball sent into the corner for LCI Gold. They're having a hard time breaking out of their territory here. I wonder what's going on for them defensively. What's going on in their heads? Maybe. And
Oh
here we
my
go. And we
goodness.
pretty much a repeat of last goal. Dusty. It's the bread and butter for Dusty. Just setting the ball up, high ball out of the corner. Great bounce, coming far off the wall, giving the attacking player a lot of options, a lot of ways to work with the ball, and impossible. Finds pretty much dead center in the net.
Yeah, Falcons said, you want me to go and make this goal happen? Want me to see me do it again? And they did. Double up, 2-0 now. Falcons Gold, making it very hard for the LCI Gold to even do anything in the first game, minute on the clock. As Mirga's dribbling the ball by themselves, try to set up for his team. Bouncing off the corner, decent setup, but kicked out by the Falcons. Beautiful stuff by them. Atop now clearing it over their net. A little risky,
There's a
and
mid air.
Cheeto
Oh,
mid
wow.
L demo. Dusty,
Mirga with the
Dusty,
mind game.
stay there.
Oh, and the shot that's
Oh!
not in, but it's kept wide by Dusty. Great patience from Mirga with the pump fake on the midline, shaking off one defender, but ends up getting blocked out there. And it's a fastball.
Ooh.
Getting the flip reset unintentionally, coming out of the flip on that on that fast shot there. But yeah, I mean, even with all the physicality that's been coming up from Atov here, unfortunately, they haven't really been able to capitalize on any of the pressure that's been open, or like any of the openings that have been created from those demos. So I think it's going to be a timing thing, and might have to change up their strategy here. But I also don't think. Oh, hang on a minute, Mirga. Oh yeah, completely unfazed. Knows their limits, knows their lines. But game one, confidently going to BFH Falcons there. Holy cow!
Yeah, what a showing out the gate, and most definitely they gotta change up the game plan. All the demos onto Dusty, it doesn't matter. He just needs two passes to set up for his team, and he managed to get a pass play both times. So though Dusty might be the spearheader of these plays, you have to
Hmm.
think that LCA Gold might have to change it up, maybe go for demos onto the other members of Falcons.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're still looking good, but I don't know. It's just tough to say what happened there. Falcons just looked really confident. They had a couple of good plays coming out of the corner that LCI didn't really keep up with. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in game two here. I think And not let the other team score. That's fantastic advice, Garn. Thank you.
Oh,
That's usually a pretty
beautiful.
good way of winning the game is by you getting more goals than the other team. There's a little factoid for the less experienced Rocket League players. I
Most
got
definitely.
you. I got you.
We will definitely relay those to the teams as we are going to try and head into game two here.
Hmm.
Loving how the Falcons are playing. They actually, I feel like they're stepped up from the semifinal games. They have
Definitely.
good mix of defense and offense, not letting the aggression from LCI deter their game plan. Beautiful stuff on the right side. That's probably where their
Hmm.
strong side is as well. Maybe the LCI could force them left, it could change up a little bit. And you never know. Any little bit can be good here as from the tip off. You see now
There
step
we go.
onto the
Atov
Falcons
coming out
goal.
hot.
Miraga!
Sees himself with a
Oh
double
my!
tap 5 seconds in. Holy guacamole.
And
This is a
also
crazy.
whatever pep talk their coach did for them, Atov took it to heart. Beautiful stuff. Look at that dunk there from the top rope.
Holy cow,
Disgusting stuff.
a handsome feed to himself off the backboard there. Ends up tucking it off a bouncer, top bins. It's crazy. Coming out of the gate swing, and I think I was gonna say too is that maybe LCI wasn't expecting this caliber of play from an opponent because I know maybe they're just more used to easier matchups, so not having to work as hard. But I mean, Falcons, as we saw in the game against the Miners, they're gonna make any opponent they're playing against work hard. And here's
Exactly.
another shot there. A
Oh!
crazy clear from Cheetah, and Mirgo tries to secure it. But Atov, there's another. I haven't seen too many other teams do this. It's just been Gold doing it, but I like how they will, uh, play it back to themselves. They're not just constantly pushing the ball up. They will bring it back into their territory to reset, regain possession of the ball, and try and regroup. I like seeing that, and I think more teams should do that.
Oh, Atov try to get a straight shot there into the goal, but Dusty clears it out. And this is gonna be the first time I see
Here we
from
go.
LCI try to get any
Oh, and a
goals here.
nice
No
touch.
goals. As I was gonna say, LCI did not make any member change, so they are feeling the pressure right now.
Hmm.
Try to get at least one on the board here. Still 1-0. 3 minutes 55 seconds on the clock. Dusty eyeing the ball here, seeing it go high. Atov bringing out for themselves, getting it out there. But he keeps getting recentered by Dusty. Second on his team on the left side. Now Hydronium touch the ball in the corner. Can he do another thing? And
Oh
a
my gosh, and he finds
unfortunate
the
bounce.
angle.
Was it a bounce off of an LCI member or was
No, I
it
think
definitely?
Hydronium just played it out of the corner there, and I don't even know if he was going for the shot on. Might have been just looking for a
Oh
center to his
yeah,
teammate
there
there,
we
but ends
go.
up just finding the angle. And like I say, if it's not a pass, it's a shot, or if it's not a pass or a shot, it's a pass. I don't know. But regardless, yeah, Hydronium bringing them back into the game here.
Tomato
Um,
tomato, right?
yeah,
Exactly.
tomato, tomato. I mean, if it's not one or the other, pretty much. But I mean, yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. I like to see it. I like to see Falcons showing some teeth, baring their teeth here a little bit, and fighting back. Atov with a little bit less physicality this game. I wonder if they're maybe thinking, hey, let's try and not overextend here on demos. Let's play. Oh, I say that as Atov is chasing some demos there, but no worries. And Mirga here, again, some more possession, brings it back into the corner, fills up on his boost, and then tries to bring it up the field here. So I like seeing that possession play. And I mean, um, I mean, Falcons. I mean, they could start doing that, but frankly, what they're doing right now is working for them. So I think they just stay steady on their course.
Yeah, and also one thing I've noticed from both teams is what I'm liking outside of the demos, they are not really focusing on the ball, but focusing on the players as they're bumping everyone to veer them off track. Beautiful
Mm,
save here by Mirga. So yes, it is good to touch the ball, but if you can touch the enemy player, it'll get them off of their feet and not give them the consistency they need to bring the ball over
hmm.
to the other side.
Yeah, I mean, it's equally as disruptive to hit the ball as it is the player. So it's going to be interesting here. Good dunk there coming out from Falcons, and another high ball off the crossbar there. Cheetah kind of just goes up for the Hail Mary. Oh, but it's saved by someone on the Falcons themselves. It leaves
Oh,
the
by
net
Mirga!
completely wide open for Mirgut to slot it with 6 boosts left in the tank. And now, oh, that's so unfortunate for Hydronium rotating out on that opportunity there. Ends up popping the ball really high and easy for Mirgut to just kind of do what he wants with the shot there on net.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Now LCI up 2-1 against the Falcons. Now tip off 2 minutes 20 seconds on the clock. Try to keep this lead as Cheetah slowly bring the ball up, setting his team up in the Falcons side, bouncing it off. And do we get to see it go
Hold
in?
up.
No, we do not. A-Top trying to get possession of the play as the ball keeps going in front of the Falcons net. Cheetah barely missing it though into that side as A-Top again recenters for LCI, and I feel like they're feeling
Oh,
themselves a
wow.
bit more, feeling really comfortable with how they're playing on the enemy court.
Hmm. Yeah, they've definitely found their groove a little bit more here. But I say that as there's a nice shot coming in from Hydronium. But Atov, the demoer, gets demoed. Uh-oh. And it's still high pressure here coming out from Falcons. They're not letting...
Oh,
letting anything come. Yeah, oh my goodness, Hydronium with a close shot there. Dusty now coming in with a full tank of boost. Ends up banging it pretty wide. He ends up getting a shot on net too, but another high ball here. Let's see how well LCI can maintain their composure. And it's a shot from Dusty, but Mirga patiently waits for it, not even sweating the shot on net there, knowing exactly his limits, his lines in net. And keeping it out here. And it's conversion here from Gold. Falcons have to get back. Hydronium already back, already up. Keeping the ball in the corner there.
Yeah, loving the looks on both teams here as Mirga is going back on defense. Atov sending it back over. I feel like they're kind of playing badminton or tennis, passing ball back and forth from
Yeah.
far away. Is a high ball here for the Falcons. Try to get any play going on. Intercept by Atov. A minute left on the clock. Falcons feeling the pressure now, trying to get it to at least tie into an overtime.
Wow,
Dusty.
that ball was left uncontested for a long time, giving Possible a good shot, but still defended against Mirga.
Oh,
Almost with the air dribble in there, but defended well against from the Falcons. Here we go with center ball. Cheetah trying to find someone. Atov, despite the lack of boost, he's got a lot of heart challenging that ball. Dusty finds a good 50. Ball sent high here. Nobody can really find a challenge on the other team. Impossible, the reverse ground to air dribble. Holy cow, I like to see that. Hydronium, nice catch. Maybe goes for the flip reset. Beats one and he equalizes it. Holy cow.
Oh my goodness.
Nice shot
Hydronium,
from
what was
Hydronium.
that? Beautiful ball control. He gets a nice little tap and a little misdirect to the right. Make it look like he was going to shoot left and everyone's ankles broken. Now tying the game 2-2.
Hydronium absolutely peaked on him. That's right there, Jonathan. That was a fantastic play there. Like, great control coming out from the bounce, ground to air dribble into the flip reset. That was insane. I mean, Impossible maybe showing what he's made of here with the flip reset, but ends up sending the ball a little bit too wide there. Falcons able to maintain the pressure here. Let's see. Almost, but LCI are able to break out of their end, but it's still a hot shot on from Mirga, and it's anybody's ball still, but no, the fake out. Ball touches ground, and we got our first OT of the grand finals here, AJ.
Yeah, beautiful stuff on the tip-off. Now, are we going to be over-under now again? We got a couple seconds to choose
12
here.
seconds.
12 seconds
Going over,
as we
hopefully.
see here. Yeah, definitely over as the ball's staying in the air for such a long time. Hydronium tried to intercept as Dusty, again, clears in the middle. We're over the 12-second mark. Now we're going up to 5 minutes, hopefully, right? We made it across the finish line as Dusty resetting the ball for his team. And now it's just going back and forth. Everyone just going through all the chaos as the ball is loose ball going here. Hydronium now in possession, but open net, nice save from Dusty.
We've seen less aggression from Atov here. It looks like he's being more involved in the plays and less involved in the demoing. So I mean, it's an interesting change up to She, but it's to see, but Impossible. Boostless on the goal line, just praying any of his teammates can get a good touch on there. Dusty ends up committing on it. And then it's just a big dunk. I mean, it's not like Impossible wasn't there, but he gets a good piece of it, but not good enough. Cheetah slams it down, securing the first game for Gold. Or sorry, LCI.
Yeah, exactly. 3-2. Nice overtime claim there by LCI Gold. And now we're heading to game 3. The games are getting closer and closer. Good adaptations from LCI, managing to get those team plays, making it hard, especially on the right side of their of their side of the net. Make sure that Falcons have to be more creative, doing more of those solo plays as we saw Hydronium do. See what Dusty was able to do as well. It's gonna be crazy stuff going to game 3.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I think as each match goes on here, they're just getting more equal and more equal. And I mean, like ultimately, like a good way to break up that is like his demos are just really the way to break up things. Because I mean, like players end up being so good, so mechanically skilled and proficient that the only way to create an opportunity is just removing someone from the field. So I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see here. It looks like LCI they found their footing a little bit. They stepped up the pace, the tempo a little bit more. Just because I think they understand what their opponents are made of here. But I don't think the Falcons have been pulling back at all either. I think they've been equally gearing up, keeping their momentum and playing their game here. So let's see what's going on. Holy counter redirect there from Hydronium off the backboard, and maybe that it was Hydronium there. Unlucky, and it's deep ball, quick conversion there for LCI.
I do want to see maybe a tempo shift from the Falcons, maybe get a little crazier, a little wilder on these picks as we're seeing a double demo, but an open net. Mirga punishes them on the demo. Beautiful stuff from him.
Yeah, great control there from Impossible coming off the back wall, but it just leaves I mean, yeah, then Dusty ends up getting demoed. Hydronium left a little bit unexpected, like unpredictable that that ball was going to end up like that. So gives the gives the LCI just a pretty much wide open net to shoot on there.
It looks like calculated aggression by LCI. These demos coming out are now coming clutch. Aside from the game one mishaps, Cheetah
Hmm.
now eyeing the ball behind Murga. See if he can do a 1-2 play here.
Oh my
Atov,
gosh.
oh, good save though by Dusty from the cross play. Atov again restarting the ball. Hydronium says no. And now everyone flying all over the ball, trying to get a little touch on it to reset and recenter.
A nice pass play on the mid line there. Just a worm burner sent hot down like the gullet pretty much. I like using that word too. Um, oh, and here's the demo coming out now from Falcons. Maybe given. Oh, but see, Mirga, there's the. I like to call it a pass pack, but I mean it's a pass pack. I like to see that from teams because it lets you maintain possession. Because I mean, normally you have someone coming up from behind who's going to have
Correct.
more boost than you. So it lets you maintain possession, reposition, and maybe even stay up for a pass or like a redirect. So I like seeing that from Gold. Mirga now with a lot of time on the ball, but unfortunately not a lot of boost. Maybe just goes for the musty, but instead just kind of goes for the body on the flip reset, or on the dunk there. Nothing. Falcons taking their time with their touches here.
Oh, that's a scary ball
Holy
there. Cheetah
cow!
barely misses, and now chance for Falcons as a demo for Mirga to deter the play. Good heads up play by him, and now the ball over into Falcons. Big save by Dusty. Mirga again with possession with the ball, bounces off Hydronium. Now Atov, his chance to get the ball into the center for his team. Maybe gets a goal set up for himself, but cleared out by Dusty. Beautiful goaltending by this young individual.
Oh!
Oh,
Hydronium seeing the last defender there, shoots high, but it ends up going out. Mirga knows his lines, know that that's bouncing out. Ends up just bringing it up to the sidewall there and banging it, causing two Falcon members to go on there, but it's a clear out. Dusty is waiting on the goal line. We've got a question in chat. Do we get player interviews after the series? I don't believe so, sadly, but that would be awesome. Maybe that's something we can work on in the future, but I think this time around, I don't think we do.
yeah.
But it would be kind of sick. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, most definitely. I think all these players are playing from their respective schools, from their respective hometowns, so it would be very hard to get any interview possible. But maybe something to bring up for championships in May because everything's going to be in person. Stay
Mhm.
tuned, and we can have some more
Yeah,
information
in-person
about that
interview would be
then.
kind of sick, like player of the game or something like that. I mean,
Yeah,
we could,
player of the
yeah,
game.
yeah, it'd be interesting to talk about. But anyhow, you've given us the kernel to work with there, so thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Um,
beautiful.
we've seen things slow down a little bit here. We're seeing each team. Uh-oh, but hang on, I say that, and then are we commentating Esport Canada Nationals in April? No, that's a separate organization. I've never even heard of that, but we could, I guess. Have you heard of that
Yeah,
before,
but
AJ?
I have not. No, I've only been associated with ASEL. So if
Mm,
it is
likewise.
in their agenda to help out and we can maybe collaborate something out in April, yeah,
Yeah,
potentially. But
that'd be kind of
aside from
sick,
that,
yeah.
we only know what's coming up in May. And honestly, I love
And
both
a
teams.
one-on-one. Oh my gosh, and a nice save from Hydronium.
I was gonna say it was beautiful to have them kind of just play with the ball in the middle as we're not really focused on the game at the moment. We're kind of
Thank
letting
goodness.
us talk about a bit
That
about the
was nice of him.
esports team what's coming up exactly. Now the aggression and the plays up to an 11 now as high octane performance. Dusty going crazy with these passes off the corner, middling for themselves of the Falcons, barely could get it in. And Atop now resetting for a minute left on the clock.
That was
See
really
the
good
action going crazy.
composure from Hydronium. Oh my gosh, but the demo
Good.
comes out. I was going to say the composure, but unfortunately the demo ends up locking up the second goal here. Cheetah with a nice air dribble here. I think he even got I forget what they call it, like the air dribble bump pretty much. Yeah, that was a really well done shot from Cheetah. Solo bolo there.
Yeah, beautiful stuff from Cheetah. Honestly, good these guys again. Now we're back focused on the game. They decided to score on us with 45 seconds left on the clock. Falcons maybe trying to uh, pick up the scraps and like set up a little something for themselves as they're three defenders strong now. Doesn't know if they can even get onto their side. Now they do, but Mirga is defending on their side, pushing it back in the middle. Atov, beautiful bounce through the backboard. Do they have a follow up? Yes, they do. And Cheetah coming up so fast.
Great pace there from Atov. I mean, it ends up being a really nice bounce off the backboard. Hydronium doing his best to cut off the angle, shot on net, but I mean, Cheetah ends up having the momentum, ends up having the pace there, and beats Hydronium's, cuts him off despite his best efforts. So, I mean, it's a 3-0 lead with 30 seconds left. I mean, it's kind of looking like the writing's on the wall here. But, I mean, still lots of game, lots of series left.
Exactly, as America sets up for his team again. Cheetah again going Mach 50, and Atov scoops it back up. Beautiful stuff from them. I want to believe the Falcons are saying this game is now over. We're going to go into game 4, reset the mental, and not worry about the implications of this game.
Definitely,
But
yeah.
you
Gotta shake it
gotta
off
feel
here. Gotta
good.
shake it off. Gonna need a
You definitely
mental
gotta feel
reset
good.
here. Can't mental boom. Gotta just, and that's that attitude thing we were talking about in the U15 series that we watched. It's important that like BFH Falcons don't, I don't know, don't start developing like a negative attitude towards one another. They got to keep building each other up, not tearing each other down despite whatever the outcome might be. So this is gonna be a good opportunity for them to reset and to exercise that ability of theirs as individuals and as a team.
Exactly. Now coming into the end of game 3, I'll say Gold take the lead with 2-1 in this series. Now this is a best of 7, so there's still more games to come as and we set up for game 4. What do you think the Falcons need to do to maybe bring back the momentum other than something mental? What in their gameplay do they maybe need to sure up?
Mm, that's tough, man. Because I mean, like both teams
Yeah,
are looking
very
really good right
tough.
now.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, if there's one I would have to point out, it was
mhm,
definitely just keep tabs of your man. It's kind of like a thing where you see in sports, you would mark your man, one on one,
mhm.
making sure that they don't slip through the cracks like they did with Cheetah there in the last little bit. 2 goals between Cheetah and Atov. It seems like they're not Falcons is not marking their man and they're letting the ball go into a section where they think it's safe, but not really. It isn't.
Yeah, I think
So
that's good advice. Yeah, marking their man or just making sure that each ball doesn't remains contested. I mean, like I know I kind of sound like a broken record, but got to make sure that they have one person on each ball, and if not, knowing who's going to challenge and when. Because I mean, the more time that they give LCI with the ball, they're very threatening on offense, and they're really easy. Sorry, they're really quick to make offensive plays with one another. So they can't be given more time because I mean it just ends up compounding as an offensive player, like again compounding against you as a defensive player. So. Yeah, I think that
yeah,
that's a good thing to look out for as we get into game 4 now, right? Yes, game 4. Here
yeah,
we
game
go.
4. Nice little tip off here. Is it possible to get control of the ball? Much slower start than we are used to by the Falcons and the LCI. As Dusty then, yeah, there's a lot of control in the middle side of the field as dangerous centering by the Falcons gets it out. America controls the ball at the very tippity top of the dome.
Good control there from Mirga as he's fallen down on it. Recognizes he can't make another follow touch midair, and he ends up redirecting it to the left here. But Hydronium ends up getting the perfect boost spawn,
Whoa.
or Peebs as I like to call it, PBS, when the boost just like perfectly spawns underneath your car. But here we go. Is a conversion for LCI. Ends up being kept wide. Hydronium using everything he's got in his tool set there to keep the ball out of their territory. But Dusty going on it ends up being taken away by Impossible. Maybe sets up a pass. Dusty's across the goal line, but
Whoa.
no, I don't think he was expecting anyone to not hit it, so might have been caught a little bit unawares there. Unfortunately, great opportunity for Falcons, but unfortunately not able to close out.
Yeah, but I'm definitely loving the change of gameplay, the change of pace by the Falcons, keeping it a little slower, still aggressive, but keeping the ball within arm's reach. Yeah, they might have missed the opportunity to goal there from Dusty, but if they ever get in this situation again, you best believe they're gonna dunk that straight through the net. As
Mm,
Atov now restarts for his team. Dusty,
good
good
read from
clear.
Dusty off the backboard there. Oh, and a whiff coming out there. Hold on, but it's a
Whoa!
post out. Cheetah looking for a bump on the back line. Nice handoff from Dusty. Impossible just needs to make the recovery and booms it back.
There it
There's another
is.
recovery goal, breaking the shutout from last game.
Yeah, beautiful changes by Falcons. You see is now a lot of control over the ball. And the moment LCI Gold oversteps even a millimeter, saw that free ball going, managed to clear it out, and Impossible puts it into the net. Now 1-0 for the fourth game.
Really good community. Uh-oh, hold on a minute here. Mirga sets himself up for a handsome
Oh
double
my
tap. Quick
goodness!
off the goal. Holy cow, with a full tank of boost and a full vengeance as well. He just comes up and handsomely sauces that ball. And then, man, slams it down. Bart Downsky. Oh my goodness. Mirga's not playing anymore.
No,
I mean, he is,
definitely
but
not.
not playing games, metaphorical games.
Metaphorical games, exactly.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
definitely serious about this game as he did take it in his own hands. Just a slight lead and took it back really fast as he's now was camping on top of that ball there to slow it down. Another setup for the gold. LSI Gold couldn't get in. Atov missed angle there. As Virgo again puts it up in the center. Honestly, incredible plays from both teams. It was just
Mhm.
a lead like 2 seconds ago. Now we're back to tie it up. As in front of the net, dangerous
Dangerous
stuff.
ball. Holy cow.
Oh, but again,
Atov with
another
the nice
centering
touch.
cheetah.
Holy cow.
Could not make it over, and now it's on the side of LCI getting the control of the ball onto the Falcons field.
There's
And
some
I think the
physicality we're seeing
Falcons
from
definitely
the
Falcons need to
Falcons now.
regroup and recollect themselves because the chaos is really getting to to their heads.
Yeah, a little bit. It seems like they're having a hard time catching their breath. They're finding like a moment of downtime when they're on defense here. But I mean, they've been managing well so far. They've been looking very composed. But it's just LCI is just putting out a lot of heat on them. So I mean, I can't really blame them for looking like they're losing a little bit of composure here. One thing I wanted to touch on that Falcons goal was that was just really good communication that we saw between Dusty and Impossible. It looked like Dusty had a good challenge coming up, but Impossible called him off, and they had a great breakaway. So I like to see that kind of communication from teammates. And I mean, we don't even need to hear the comms. You can just see, based on their actions, how well they're communicating with one another. So good to
Exactly.
see. Good to see.
Yeah, a lot of like standstill plays, waiting for someone to touch the ball a specific way. Cheetah not carrying the ball over into the Falcons side, setting up for LCI to maybe get a middler. Here, Mirga a little shy away from the goal there, but I think she set up Atov to get another chance at the net. Now over onto LCI
What a
court as
shot.
Hydronium deflected by Cheetah. Impossible tries to get to rebound with no avail. Hydronium gets a little touch and Atov clears it out. Cheetah in the middle. Good interception by Falcons, and Mirga again get a second chance piece here. As
Yeah,
Dusty says, no thank you.
comes out of the corner there. Why, like Mirga bringing that ball up the wall there, wisely recognizes no, there's not much potential on that ball there. Ends up rotating out, trying to get a bump on a defender here. As we see Dusty try and convert, but it ends up being cut off short there. It's a high ball.
Oh, oh,
Atov goes for the
oh!
challenge, but two Falcons end up having to soar to keep that ball out. But now it's a pass play. Atov back to Mirga. Ends up, there's that another pass back, or a back pass that we've seen. Mirga with the flip reset into the fake. Cheetah ends up cutting it off short. More pressure here from the
Good
Falcons,
high
and it's a
ball.
big bump coming out from one of the gold members. But hang on, it's another open net, but Mirga confidently sweeps that ball away once again. No one is lines. Atov patiently plays it up to Mirga here. Mirga, a lot of boost to work with. Going for maybe the flip reset, a lot of air dribble. We need to see someone from Falcons up sooner than later. Atov trying to get the pass off that play there, but no dice.
Yeah, all these situations as we can
Oh
see Cheetah finding the one opportunity. I was gonna say is all very nail biter situations, and as Cheetah finds the kill.
no! Oh
Nice
shoot.
little bounce off of the defenders of the Falcons, and now it's 2-1 on the side of the LCI goal. 35 seconds on the clock. There is still game to play, and the Falcons aggressing really hard onto the LCI side, hoping to
Tough
get a set up
misplay
play
there. I mean,
further.
Impossible's in the right spot, tries to get the ball out of the corner there, but unfortunately just misses it. And then Hydronium left totally boostless, scrambling back to net. Ends up just, I mean, Cheetah gets a piece of Cheetah's shot, but it ends up just only cementing the goal further. So that's okay. Falcons have a little bit of time here, but they're going to need to clear the ball much like that back into the enemy territory, or they're going to have to take their time with it, get set up a play or something. But
Oh,
hang on. Hydronium, a lot of time, now or never, but ends up getting taken out of the equation. Hold on a minute. Mirga, a lot of boost to work with. All they have to do is just kind of look for a good 50 or a kill on the ball, and yeah, it ends up going in favor of gold. Man, what a turnaround right at the end of the series there. Or sorry, right at the end of the game. Holy cow.
yeah. Again, Cheetah just pushing the Falcons on their just missed positioning on that play. Good stuff
Hmm.
to LCI Gold. But now you have to think they're on match point. It's now 3-1 on this best of 7 series.
Hmm.
Falcons have to be feeling the heat. They gotta make some changes and changes fast so that they can at least try and go toe to toe with LCA Gold, making sure they don't get run away with the championship here.
Hmm. Yeah, they're gonna have to start playing a little bit faster. I mean, like they've been looking even. They've been able to score. I mean, they took a game even, but I think right now that LCI has found their footing, like ever since like game 2 and onward, it's just kind of been them. And I mean, like Falcons held a lead for a pretty decent amount of time for that game there, but unfortunately just weren't able to hold on to it forever.
Hmm.
So they're gonna, I don't know, they're gonna have to shake some up here, but I really don't know what I'd recommend for them. I mean, start playing faster, get more bodies on the ball sooner, or like get a body on the ball sooner, and just no time for them to think. Don't give them time to think, and just keep smothering them, and stay quick rotations on defense too. Like no overcommits, just in and out, go to back post. Um, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
this is where I would maybe disagree on that. As at the beginning of that fifth of the fourth game, as we're getting tip off
Hmm.
in the fifth, they had a
Hmm.
lot of control at the very early stage of the game, and they punished LCI for overextending. So maybe a
Hmm.
slightly slower play,
Yeah, but
as
yeah, true that.
impossible. It clears out the ball from their goal net. But yeah, as long as they keep control, punish LCI for overextending because they love playing three strong on the opposing side of the field. That they
Mm.
can get these free strayaways.
Uh-oh.
Oh, free
Cheetah
ball!
with the
Another free
dunk,
ball!
looking
No,
for it. Oh
Cheetah!
my gosh!
It
Whew.
was a mess
All
over
right,
there. Cheetah could not get his footing.
collect
And now we
ourselves.
get reset again. Exactly. Reset.
Yeah.
We get reset here as Falcons again keeping the ball control over onto the blue side. And again, this is inklings of that game four that I was talking about. The control that you need to bring in Falcons. Don't get overzealous. Just put the ball on the opponent's
Oh,
side.
good
Let them
patience.
overextend. And you can
Mm-hmm.
see the ball is slow in front of the
Oh,
LCI Gold's net. Hydronium clears it back out, bringing it back to his side. Good call by them. Because they
manages
have at
to
least a different back, yeah.
be the first person break out of that little like 5-car pile up there on the goal line. But yeah, I don't know. Great composure there on defense, but holy cow, Cheetah caught mid half flip, saving the ball. Great shot on there. But now we're seeing some Falcons with some pressure here. It's been good to see. And honestly, you know what? I think I'll concede that point to you. You mentioned earlier for Falcons, we want to see them slow down, maybe do a little bit more with the ball. As we've seen the LCI goal do more repeatedly. And I mean, like Hydronium had some great dribble plays, some great self plays there in the earlier series in the semifinals, and I think we've been maybe lacking that a little bit. But I think it's due to the competition they're facing too. Like they're facing players
Definitely
that will
agree.
challenge them more, won't give them as much time with the ball. So they're gonna have to find a way to work around that. But been excellent pressure so far from the Falcons. I can tell that they definitely want this victory here. And hang on, it's a slow burner, almost put in, but a top, keeping it out wide.
Yeah, you can see where the ball is mostly landing. It is in front of the nets on both
Holy
sides,
cow.
more so on the blue side than orange. And Falcons try to clear up the ball here. Again, all the control. They're going to see if they can get any aggression, any missteps from LCI as they see here. 3 men strong in front. Mirga intercepts the ball from Dusty as Dusty tries to reclaim possession. Cheetah bounces it off of Hydronium and Atop tries to put it back in the middle. Should set up for Mirga, set in the goal. No, impossible intercepts. And now we see the pressure build up. We're going to see good defense here by the Falcons, putting the ball back in the middle.
Nice
And
control.
the little straightaway is Mirga versus
Oh
Impossible.
my goodness.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what they need to do. Punish the overextension by LCI. And these straightaways 2v1. Mirror couldn't defend over the 2 Falcon players. And boom, 1-0 now for the Falcons.
Yeah, really good composure there from Hydronium, not sending the ball away from him, catching it off that air dribble there from Atop. Holy cow, Cheetah just sending his teammate off kickoff. But yeah, great composure, ends up getting a favorable 50, but hold on a minute. I mean, it's return to sender from Mirga, equalizing the game here. Falcons had to scrap and scrape for their goals, and then Mirga just kind of gets an easy clear breakaway off kickoff there. Holy cow.
Damn, have you ever felt deja vu in your life? This
Kinda, yeah. At
happened
least if
again,
I haven't,
yeah.
I would be this series. No kidding.
Exactly. Same thing happened from game 4 going to game
Yep.
5. Mirga took it in his own hands to score within the next 5 seconds in the first goal of the Falcons by Hydronium. Trying to get a straightaway here. Intercepted by Cheetah. Now the ball is free ball for everybody. Mirga gets a little tap close to the goal and it hits the
Post out.
sidebar.
Holy cow.
Oh my goodness.
Meyer
Butt
can't take it.
clenching. And my teeth clenching as well. Hydronium trying to clear
Wait!
the ball as
Wow!
it's a
Hydronium.
weird top off.
Totally
And
calculated.
huge.
Not at all missing, but that was unreal.
I mean, I feel so nervous for both these teams. The ball position is so close to tipping in. Just the slightest, just breathe on it slightly, and it will go into the net. The see if Falcons regain their composure and regain control, put it back onto the blue side.
Nice patience from Dusty there, trying to feed his teammate as the ball falls down. Mirga. Also, I can't tell. Chat's calling. Is Mirga Burga or who the heck's Burga that you guys are referring to? I say as they score, Cheetah. Won't matter. It ain't Burga or Mirga. Is Cheetah.
It's
I guess,
Cheetah. Yeah, a little Cheetah on their burger, if you know what I'm saying.
Man, yeah,
But
great
yeah,
hand.
beautiful stuff.
Great pass there from Mirga, getting the flip reset, passing it off the backboard. It's an inside joke. All right, I'll let you guys keep that. This isn't Rocket League. All right, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Go Burga, whoever they are. Go all the Burgas or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now 2-1 on the board, 1 minute left. Falcons on the back foot again, trying to regain control, but I feel like LCI is running away with this, making it way more chaotic. Keeping it on the orange side is you have to believe that Falcons desperation kind of calls for desperate measures.
Here we go, impossible with the flip reset. I mean, yeah, it's going to look tough here. I mean, but they got 1 minute left. It's now or never, so I think they're going to need to Yeah, keep it close, make good uses of the ball here, get good demos, but unfortunately, wait a minute, the
Open
last man
net!
gets taken out again. Again, yeah, that's that deja vu thing again, that you're talking
Exactly.
about there, AJ. It's a huge demo coming out from Cheetah on the back line there, leaving the Falcons completely exposed.
Yeah, very similar play as we've seen from other games of this series. The moment there's a demo, LCI punishes immediately, getting to the other side, basically open net play.
Hmm.
And now 3-1
Yeah,
on the board. Impossible, trying to do the impossible for his team. Maybe set up on the opponent's side by having trouble to even get it out of their own court side.
here's a shot
As
on net, but it
eighth,
ends up being kept out wide by Cheetah. And yeah, that's what we were talking about in the pregame, or like, yeah, in the pregame here. Oh my gosh, but a
oh
nice little
my,
chip there. Don't need speed when you got good placement from Dusty. 1 goal lead now or 1 goal disparity for the Falcons here. Dusty with a nice shot coming out of the corner, capitalizing on the uncontested ball.
and Falcons definitely needed that. 20 seconds on the clock. There is still game to be played.
There is hope.
They can tie it up, maybe bring it to an overtime as the fake out on the tip off. Now on the blue side, beautiful stuff. Mirga trying to clear it out for his team. 15 seconds on the clock. It's going to dribble over to the other side. And a miss, a
Great
crazy
control.
miss from
Really needs to
Impossible. 10 seconds on the
waste
clock.
time more than anything.
Hydronium?
It's now or
Yeah.
never. I mean, they got to believe in the heart of the cards. The Falcons need to pull out the
Oh
heart of the
no.
cards right here. Hang on, the ball's still up. Oh, it's still up. Hang on, the Falcons have time. Here we go. Can they get boost? Can they collect themselves? No, but it's slammed down by a member of LCI Gold, securing this series.
Beautiful. 3-1 for LCI Gold. Congratulations to them. And not short of a defeat. Sorry, 4-1. Not 4-1 for LCI Gold. I forgot it was a best of 7. My bad, guys. But
Yeah.
not to take away from the Falcons Gold. Played their heart out, showed up some really interesting and creative strats, adjusting on the fly, making sure they can actually get those leads. It's very unfortunate that the capitalization from LCI was really fast and really hard, and
Hmm.
honestly, ultimately brought them the win.
Yeah, I don't know. Great playing from both teams. Someone in chat predicted LCI in 4, I 6. So, I mean, we split the win on that one. We'll split the
Split
earnings.
difference.
But no, really good performance from both teams. I mean, it was great to see Falcons coming out hot of the game, or sorry, coming out hot of the gate, hot out of the gate there. But I mean, eventually, I think LCI Gold were just able to suss out and size up the team that they were playing against, and found their rhythm, found their momentum that they were comfortable with, and just kind of ran away with the rest of the series. But I think they demonstrated really good ability to adjust to that, and I think the Falcons demonstrated some really good performance too. They again, like, each series wasn't really a blowout. I mean, we saw one shutout, I think maybe game 2 or 3,
Mhm.
but they. I don't know, they still made the LCI work and, like, step up their game, step up their play to the
Oh,
next level.
definitely. Most
So
definitely.
I think major kudos to them for coming out and giving them a really good challenge.
Yeah, and second place is nothing to scoff at with how many teams that
Exactly.
were in U18. Second place is an astronomical feat as they do get a banner for their school as runner-ups for this season of Rocket League, brought to you by ASEL.
Mhm.
Um, that being said, congratulations to LCI Gold, bringing it back home
Huge.
for Lethbridge. Let's go Wedger
Mhm.
for your hometown
Hey, shout
here.
out Lethbridge. I'm gonna take
Exactly,
credit for it
and
too. I didn't do anything, but I'm taking credit for it. Thanks, team.
hey, I mean, just your presence is enough for them to
Yup.
feel good about bringing it home for Lethbridge, and they're gonna get that banner, show it off to their peers, all the people back at home,